When I see a guy in the passenger seat of a car and the woman's driving, I always just assume that guy is like the biggest princess imaginable. He's on his way to get his nail appointment done. He's a yes queen. He loves being taken care of.
First of all, who doesn't love being taken care of? And yes, it looks different for everybody, but that's so weird to me. Maybe he just doesn't like to drive. Maybe that's his least favorite thing in the whole world. Maybe he does everything else for her. This is the only thing he just really doesn't like to do. Maybe she loves to drive and she just prefers to do it. Maybe there's a variety of very valid reasons why the man might be in the passenger seat. Maybe he hurt his foot or his leg. Maybe he drives all the time and he just wanted a day off. That doesn't make him feminine. That doesn't make him a princess. Last time I checked, women have licenses. Women own cars. It's almost like women can drive. And there's no reason why a woman can't drive a car with a man in the passenger seat.
Is marriage a trap?
Absolutely, it's a trap. There is no question that marriage is a trap for men. It is a business for women and it is a love relationship for men. We have to always remember that women are in business and men are in love. And marriage in today's world offers very little benefits for most men, depending on who they marry. And if you're interested in this because you have to fight in family court to get custody of your kids, sorry to say you probably married a bad mom and it's going to be ugly and a pain in the butt. And if you want to learn how to fight that stuff, you should come check us out at dadslawschool.com, where I have video courses to help you learn how to fight in family court, how to argue in family court, how to write to the judge so that you're convincing, and how to speak so that you're not quite so nervous when you're up in front of the judge. We have weekly meetups to help you, and we've got a WhatsApp group to provide emotional support and instant responses from other dads who are going through this craziness. Go check us out at dadslawschool.com. If you want more time with your kids, join our VIP program today.
Some of you guys get upset and blame marriage as if marriage is the problem. No, actually marriage sometimes is a mirror and it's exposing you. Think about it. Dating allows a performance. Dating allows you to hide things that marriage is going to expose. It exposes a lot of things, like not being able to apologize without a but after it, exposing your pride, your control, your ego, your bitterness. Remember, marriage came from God. It's order, it's covenant, it's ministry, it's refinement. But like I said the other day, we keep bringing a worldly mindset into marriage and then we wonder why it crumbles. Think about the society that we live in nowadays. Women want the covering without the order. They reject it. But men want the authority without the responsibility. People wanting that kingdom outcome with their self. And these are all great reminders for myself too. Before we start asking God to send us that person, we have to ask him, like, God, reveal to me, show me what is inside of me that would hurt that person if you sent them to me now. Ladies, you can be asking God, like, show me, what am I calling independence, but yet it's still control? And this could go for both. What am I calling standards, but I'm really operating out of fear? Men, ask God, God, show me where I'm calling it leadership, but it's still pride. Because like I said at the beginning, a marriage is not always a problem. Sometimes a marriage is the mirror. So if the mirror exposes it, don't try to defend it. Let God handle it and let God work through you. So whether you want to acknowledge it or not, marriage is a ministry, and ministry requires maturity. Y'all have a good day.
How men think, part 11. Men are not scared of marriage. Men are scared of divorce. You see, ladies, men will marry you all day long. Yeah, let's get married. Let's go to the church. Let's have a ceremony. We can do that all day long. That's not the part men are scared about. Men are scared of you waking up one day out of a cold sleep and saying this. You waking up one day feeling like you outgrew him. You waking up one day wanting to get some new. That's what men are scared of. And it's not about the fact that you want to leave that we scared of. We scared of the fact that you gonna leave with half the. That's what we scared of. If you want to leave, that's cool. Go ahead. But why you gonna take half of mine? You want to be back in the streets? Cool. I ain't judging you. But why you want to cut my PS5 in half? Goddamn. You want to hang out with your homegirls again? You want to be back outside? Cool. Why you want to take the flat screen? I mounted that on the wall.
Kim Kardashian has been married. Jada Pinkett has been married. Amber Rose has been married. Gabrielle Union. None of these women are marriage material. Men have a tendency. I don't know what it is. Y'all be thinking y'all magicians and that y'all can turn a hoe into a housewife, and it doesn't work that way.
All the time.
I'm gonna be honest. Will get the worst type of woman and you've been warned about her, but you go thinking that you could save her and you wife her anyway. And then when everything that you were warned about comes to pass, now you want to get on a podcast complaining about how all women ain't No, you've been dealing with it. Your Mima told you that girl was a floozy, but you didn't want to listen.
Show that man some grace.
You
know what I mean?
wildin'. I look like I got grace.
God will show
I got a little bit of that.
So you don't expect nobody to show you grace?
I don't feel like I'm entitled to it. If that man decides to show me grace, great. If he doesn't have to. Well, if I make a bad decision, that's not the next man problem.
Only 9% of men on dating apps are not looking for commitment. 9%. Let that sink in. We've built this entire narrative around the idea that men on dating apps are not committal, that they're there for one thing. But my research says otherwise. 9% means that 91% are open to commitment. So where is this narrative coming from? Bad experiences ring really loud. One bad experience with a man can color someone's experience with the next 10. We have convinced ourselves that dating apps aren't a place for people who are serious, that it's all casual and disposable. The dating apps aren't broken, but your assumptions might be.
The best way to get women, the way that I've gotten most of my over 300 bodies, is by friend zoning within my own social circle. Cold approaching women is a wildly ineffective way to pick them up unless you have 10 years of experience. Back in the day when I was going out 6 nights a week on top of bartending, I knew all of the in the Detroit EDM scene. Going out 6 nights a week to the same clubs, in the same scene, going to the same after hours, going to the same house parties, you just get to know everyone in that scene. From there, you just start friend zoning. Basically, you just don't show intent. You don't act like you want to them. You're just a funny dude that's always around, kind of good looking, and you're not creepy, and you're not hitting on anyone. Part of the reason why I'm not hitting on any of the in the scene is because I already got a girl with me. You do that, the next Wednesday, you come around with no girl, all those girls that you have not shown intent to, they're all wondering why you haven't shown intent to them yet. This is how you just start plucking hoes that show the most compliance. This is how I got most of my bodies.
Ladies, have you ever wondered why some men choose Wonder Bread women over you? And when I say Wonder Bread, I'm just talking about girls who are a bit more plain, a bit more basic, average. And you, on the other hand, are like a divine French croissant and you're confused. You're like, I don't get it. Why are you going for Wonder Bread when I'm right here?
It's because they're not annoying, high maintenance, and have ridiculous expectations of us. They don't judge what we do for work. They don't judge our hobbies. They're not spending a majority of their time trying to impress a bunch of strangers with their high status and $10,000 Chanel bag no one gives a flying about. You know, the ones who think they're so beautiful they don't have to work, who have standards higher than Seth Rogen, who will blast you all over Instagram for walking up and asking what their name is. The ones who don't go around calling other women Wonder Bread. Speaking of, it's also very funny to me that she used the metaphor of divine French croissant to describe these women, because even though French croissants look nice, they're delicate, they taste good, they're also flaky and make a complete mess everywhere. So in other words, short-term pleasure, long-term mess.
Do you love this man?
I did.
Do you respect him?
No.
This is another hard part that nobody wants to admit about women. We could lose love for you, fall in and out of it occasionally, and then you learn how to get those googly feelings for him again, right? The minute that respect is gone, it ain't never coming back. Women don't know how to re-respect you. So the fact that she is comfortable disrespecting you, playing in your face, cheating, doubling back to cheat again, telling you, the person that she made vows to, that I don't want to hurt him, there's absolutely no respect present in this relationship, and it's impossible to regain respect from somebody once they are comfortable disrespecting you.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women want to be pursued, but they don't know how to reciprocate. You expect for that man to initiate every text, every call, every date, every move, and you think that's what he's supposed to do. But that's you really being passive, low-key, right? Because let's be real, if a man has to do 100% of the work, he's not building with you, he's dragging you along. Effort is attractive. Initiation is attractive. Reciprocation is attractive. You don't lose your values by showing interest. You prove your values by matching energy. If she ain't gonna put forth no effort, King, you need to leave her where she's at.
Just so we're clear, when men say they like women who don't wear a lot of makeup, this is what they're referring to.
Here we go. I love it when a woman knows exactly what a man is talking about.
This is a full face of makeup. This is foundation, concealer, contour, blush, highlighter, powder, brows, eyeshadow, mascara, lip liner, lip gloss. This is a full face of makeup.
Well, you're totally wrong. And y'all say we don't listen. Y'all say we don't listen. You woke up in the morning and put on 143 things on your face to make it look like you're wearing nothing. On your face. Yes. And you say we don't listen? We just say You look pretty without makeup. That's it. There was no double meaning, no hidden meaning, no tricks. No, you just don't need makeup. I mean, wear it if you want to wear it, but you don't need it. You're already pretty. There was no tricks.
They just don't like bright colors.
We don't like bright colors. You ever seen a rainbow? Gorgeous.
The woman was talking about, you know, it's hard for you to get a woman's respect back once she's lost it all. You know, love comes and goes. That's what men are saying. Love comes and goes. I'd rather be respected than love, because you be on a high, then you be on a low, then you be on another high, then another low, and I double back and have all those googly feelings again, and then they fade, and then here you are again disrespecting me. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to put up with that. That's what men keep telling you.
I'm surprising my boyfriend with a glamping trip to Outpost X, which is like Star Wars themed glamping. And so we're about to leave on our road trip. I think I'm most nervous for like trying to navigate without him seeing where we're going, but we'll see. Almost there.
Get a plane here with the Outpost X. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Bro, we're on freaking Tatooine. No. This is not real. Do they work here? This was the crazy surprise you were talking about, you freak. What? Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is honestly so sweet for so many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is because oftentimes men that are a little bit more nerdy, that are into things like this, women can come along and even though they're interested in him, like they don't like that side of him. They see interests like this as kiddish. Men, I'm here to tell you that if you have a little bit of a nerdy edge, that should not be treated negatively. There are lots of women that see it as an absolute positive thing. I see it as a huge green flag. Even if you as a woman don't really hold those same interests, like as long as you're open to exploring that and spending time in that with that man like this woman, that is a really cool thing to just explore and have fun with. I mean, that is what life is all about. I would argue that if you're just completely not into it and you kind of shame a man for having these interests and you have no amount of participation in it and zero interest in ever supporting it, you're kind of boring.
I am honestly so proud of the women today. And they think that it's an insult to us that they have to run to third world countries to find women who are poverty stricken. Women who ain't never seen $3 all lined up together in their life. Women who gotta share one spoonful of rice with a family of 6. Women who don't have rights, who can't work, who probably only bathe once every 2 months. Women who in their countries are getting raped by their men, beat up by their men. Nowhere around them do they feel safe. From a child up, they're raised to just accept how men treat them because they just don't have any rights. They're basically slaves. These women are in poverty, and these men be so broke in the United States, so ugly in the United States, so corny in the United States.
Jesus. So if these men are all of that, then why are you worried about them? This is a wild video. That video was absolutely from that one. There's some similarities in the women that are on this video. See if y'all can catch it.
Subservient to them and do what they want, basically some sort of indentured servitude.
You feel that you need to go to Antarctica to marry a polar bear. Get a polar bear.
I'ma just keep it real. And you think you're gonna come in that country and you're gonna take that? I ain't protesting the damn thing. I mean, I ain't protesting to get you back to these United States. Stay your stupid over there. I don't think black women care.
We do not care.
That we don't care. We literally don't. Like we care. We don't care.
No one gives a you because we never cared about you to begin with. Let's be clear.
But I believe in y'all still. The ones that's doing the work anyway. We don't want you other ones anyway. We don't give one. Not one rise. I keep telling y'all this. We don't care.
Yes, passport, bro. We don't care where you go. We don't care who you with. look hard to care. We don't care.
This one right here saying that she don't care. So y'all can go ahead and scratch her off your list of dateable women. I know y'all hurt. I know y'all sad about that. But y'all gonna just have to chalk that one up to the game. She is not available to you guys. That's what she's saying. So I know y'all gonna go home, cry in the car or whatever, because you don't have access to this woman. And I'm sorry for that. You know, Passport Bros. Maybe you could find another woman in Brazil or something like that to maybe replace this woman right here, because she says she don't want y'all. So
Y'all, I am seeing a growing rate of women online talking about how they are leaving their marriages, they are choosing their happiness, they're leaving the chaos, and then you have women in the comment section applauding them for it. And if I'm being honest, these women don't even know the happiness that they're chasing after. They're chasing after external, outside validation. It's the attention, it's the social media growth, it's the Botox, the fillers, the new bodies, new life. Look at me, look at me. And trust me when I say I've lived through it. I went through a phase of getting Botox and fillers, obviously not now, but thinking that that would make me happy. And for those of you that don't know, I used to be a non-believer. I used to have debilitating anxiety. And you probably are trying to chase a happiness, because just like you, Satan had me out there chasing validation, chasing attention, chasing identity, chasing confusion. Because remember, nothing can fix what's broken on the outside until you fix the inside. And the whole time I was running on empty, Jesus was chasing after me with love, grace, mercy. And when I make these videos, I'm not coming from a place of judgment. I'm coming from a place of urgency, because I see myself in a lot of these women. Because real peace is not found with leaving your marriage, with leveling up, with glowing up. So sis, I am here to tell you that true joy and happiness is found in surrender, and his name is Jesus Christ.
It's really women out here that's 40 years old, 41 years old, 42 years old, 43 and up. They 43, 40. It's women that's literally 35 and up.
Okay.
Literally out here saying, I'm looking for a man to spoil me. 40-year-old, 36, 38, 39, 40, 45-year-old women saying they looking for a man to spoil them.
All right.
Baby girl, you are spoiled. You spoiled already.
Right.
It's young right out here. It's young right out here. You talking about you want a nigga to spoil you. You already went spoil you, baby. If I'm going to spoil you something, I'm going to get some of these young right to spoil you that. You 45 years of spoiling already. What the like, at that age, you need to be looking for a man that you can build with. You need to be finding a man who you respect, who gonna take you serious and respect you and build with. Y'all still looking for princess treatment, and y'all 50 years old. It's phenomenal.
The club is not a place for women in relationships. And this is why I say that, right? Fellas, we go to the club. We know why we go to the club. So, are you going to let your woman be in that situation every day, every night? You feel me? And you have to think about this too. And if your woman is always in the club, what is she looking for? She could dance at home. She could listen to music at home. She can hang out with her friends at home. But the club is a player's playground. Straight up. So if your woman in there more than she's supposed to be, and only time I would allow a girl that's in a relationship to go to the club, it's if it's one of her friends' birthdays or they might be celebrating something. But to be there every night, that's not what it is at all.
Not really, because I'm gonna say this, and it takes growth and maturity, because young-minded me would have been like, you supposed to crash out over me, right? But grown woman me, who has goals and aspirations and things to lose and just not there anymore. You feel me? I'm like, he's right. So when I reposted it, I said, I don't see anything wrong with what he said. When I say I realized what my following was full of as well. Yeah. Because when they came down on them comments, girl, ain't no man about to talk to me like that. I said, he didn't say nothing wrong. What was so disrespectful? He think he running her.
But that's why they're single, and that's why they won't have a man. What do you want me to say though?
What?
What's the story?
have a girlfriend. You're gonna see this.
I have a husband. What is it?
He's a lucky man, though. He's a man.
Oh my God, no, it'd be like Bryn, you're a lucky man.
Where's your accent from?
I was born over here, but I was raised in D.C.
Oh, yeah? What's his name?
His name's Bryn.
Bryn.
Yeah.
Hey, Bryn, you're a very lucky man. And your wife got soft lips.
You can never, ever be a high-value man if your woman is accessible to other men. Your entire respect comes from the woman you choose to mother your children. If you choose loosely and you choose a woman that you would be upset to see your daughter grow up and become like, how can you be a high-value man if you cannot make high-value choices? You can't select women properly. How can you expect to be a high-value man? Simply because you made 6 figures? You made 6 figures and you invested into women that didn't deserve your time or energy? High-value men have high-value standards. Your values have to be high in order to be high value, not your bank balance. Because if you're authentically proud of her, then you can't wait to have a daughter that behaves exactly like her. But if you're just proud of her when you walk into a room and people stare, but then privately she treats you badly, or privately you don't know if you can trust her or not, but publicly you feel really proud, that is a fake ego boost. That is not high value selection.
And dude was saying, you know, a lot of these women be 45 years old talking about I want to be spoiled. You should have been building with a man at your age. Yes, these modern women, I don't know what they be thinking. They be waiting till like 50, 55 to start talking about building and having a dream or a fairy tale life. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm just saying the way these women are delusional and they be talking about it at that age, you'd be kind of like, isn't it too late for you to be a rapper? You know what I mean? Like when they say for men, oh man, you're 40 and you're 45, you're still trying to be a rapper. Isn't it too late for that? Isn't it too late for you guys to be sitting up here talking about, I want to be a Disney fairy princess. I want him to, you know, take me all of these magical places and do all of these magical things. Isn't it a little bit late for that? Shouldn't that be something that you had planned to do earlier on in life?
Can't we be the first country to throw away like boy babies?
Well, now let's think about this. That would be primarily because that's terribly wrong to dispose of a human being because of a characteristic that they cannot control, like how they are born.
In China, they give away the girl babies. Why can't we get rid of the boys?
Not exactly the best argument. Although this is a wonderful demonstration on how misandry is becoming extremely problematic.
They ain't contributing to shit too, so I have to go to war. What the?
Because that's a man's only real purpose, is going to war? Right. Anyone else notice that some individuals really like to use stereotypical gender roles when it serves their particular argument?
Throw them hoes away.
The saddest part about that particular take isn't just what they said. It's the fact that there are individuals out there that actually agree with takes like this one. Humanity has really devolved.
Ladies, you really want a high value man? Really? Is that what you want? Listen to me for a second. Do you have any clue what that entails? It may sound good in theory, but from what I've seen, everyone that has said, I want a high value man, when you get one, you don't want it. Because it's hard. It takes a specific type of woman for that. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not gonna be easy. He's gonna put you in your place, hold you accountable. Why? Because he cares about you, not just being with you. And a high value man's not gonna tell you, I love you all the time. He's gonna show you by doing things, making sure you've eaten for the day, enough. Making sure you slept enough, making sure you drank enough water, enough to survive. He's gonna do things to benefit your financial future together. And he's gonna know you're the one for him so much that he's gonna work his you-know-what off, knowing in his head that he's doing it to better both of your lives. He's not out there cheating. Doesn't have time for that. He doesn't even care enough for that. Because at the end of the day, all a high-value man wants is a high-value woman that knows what she has when she has it. So if you have a high-value man, I don't care where you are in your life, don't let him go. Because you may not ever get that chance again. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I think that for many black men, more than we're willing to admit, the women that will get on their program, the women that will submit, the women that will do all the things that Trill talked about, they ain't here. Okay? Bottom line, they're not here. Are you willing to move? Now, let me say this about our brother Trill. I remember like it was yesterday. This is when I was over on YouTube. I remember like it was yesterday. Trill had some choice words to say about the passport bro, and they weren't very nice. As a matter of fact, the things he said about the passport bro were rather mean. And I just thought about that, because my thinking is this. I want brothers to be happy wherever that takes them, man. See, some brothers are going to be happy, but it's not going to be in Black America. And I'm okay with that. See, there are a lot of black people, let's be clear, black women and black men. There are black people that can't abide by brothers being happy if it don't include Black America.
I can tell you how men and women can't be equal. If you are to look at force in society, who would you say has the monopoly on force, men or women?
I feel like things are set up for men.
Can you indicate a time in history ever, in the history of all of mankind, where men didn't have the monopoly on force?
Always. They're always stronger force. than
Yeah.
us. Oh, then yeah.
So the question, when you come down to rights, is who can enforce rights? Women can't enforce their own rights. Men have to enforce women's rights. So there can never be real equality. There can never be real equality.
What the
men
fuck?
are the fact that you feel like because you're stronger than someone or you can overpower them, you're more entitled to some sort of
hang on,
thing.
listen. Inside of your society, you have rights. Those rights need to be enforced, right? So somebody doesn't violate them. Who's the enforcement arm?
Women's rights were mostly
It
created
is
though
usually physically.
in response
What
to
do you do
men.
with criminals?
I mean, you put them in jail, but
And
like,
who does that? And then who guards them while they're in jail?
I mean, I don't want to say that because I know women security guards that are rappers in jail.
You're speaking always to the exception. You always look to the outlier. It's not that there can't be some women who are on par with some men. It's that as a monolith, men are the grantors of force, the grantors of rights, and here's how. Whenever you need criminals dealt with in society, it's men who are going to be dealing with the criminals. They're going to be putting them in the jails. They're going to be enforcing your laws. They're going to be protecting you while you sleep through the military.
But have we ever given women the opportunity to be in that
the amazing
place?
part. The amazing part is right now they have all that opportunity and they still can't do it.
Whenever women come online and complain about the level of attractiveness of the men that they themselves are attracting, I automatically assume it's rage bait. Because there's no way you lack that much self-awareness to think that you are so grand and above and beyond these petty little men that try and speak to you on a daily basis. Most men shoot where they think they're gonna score. Let's start there. So if a man is a 5, he's probably going to shoot for other 5s, 6s, 4s, maybe a 7 if he's feeling lucky. Most 5s are not going to shoot for 10s unless they feel like shooting for the moon one day. But on a day-to-day, most men are shooting where they think they're going to score. And yes, he looked at you and said, yeah, that girl's probably on my level. She might say yes to me. And if that offends you, feel free to look in the mirror and change some things. And we have to remember that we are not the ones that set our place in the dating market. We have this idea that we are all 10s out of 10s because I said I'm a 10, so I'm a 10. And that's not up to you. It's actually up to the men. And feel free to ask one to see where you rank, because those ones that are coming online and just asking random men, they are getting comments filled with things that are going to make them very insecure in the future, and I don't wish that on my worst enemy. So ask a trusted male friend, would you?
I saw another creator say, and I will tag her below, that a lot of women are single because you can't find a man that is better at being a man than you already are. A lot of women are going to think that's a flex, but it is not. It's actually what's in the way of you being in a healthy, happy, sustainable relationship with a good masculine man. And before anybody gets carried away, yes, ladies, you should be making your own money. You should be financially independent. Yes, you should be self-sufficient. And yes, you should be able to take care of yourself just fine without a man. But so many women are leading with their masculine energy and being better men than all the men out there and wondering why they don't attract men who are masculine enough for them. You are in your own way. And here's the thing, it's not about becoming helpless or making yourself smaller or blindly submitting to or following a man's lead. It's not about that. It's about learning how to be in your feminine energy and allowing yourself to complement masculine energy instead of competing with it so that you don't repel the very kind of man that you actually want to meet and be in a relationship with.
The reason men use "you'll be single forever" as like a threat is just to distract you from the fact that a majority of marriages are beautiful, amazing women being dragged down by loser men.
Are they loser men, or do they have more to offer than just maybe their appearance? Because if that's the only thing you bring to a relationship, you're not as good as you think you are. And men genuinely tell a woman that when she's overall difficult, causes problems, she's overwhelming. And to be fair, sometimes he might just tell you that because you're not his type and you might be somebody else's type. Fine, valid, whatever. But it's so funny how we take men's words and we twist them into some weird way and then extract the total wrong meaning out of them. For a lot of men, when they say something, they mean exactly what they just said. You're gonna be single forever means he can't reasonably see you in a long-term healthy relationship. Probably because your behavior is that type of behavior that men avoid, like no man's going to work or family parties and bragging that they have a difficult woman that causes problems, that causes chaos, that interrupts his peace constantly. Even if she's a gorgeous 10 out of 10, he doesn't care. Most men would rather date a woman that's maybe a little bit less attractive, maybe even average, maybe even below average sometimes, if she's got a good personality and she's kind and sweet.
Yep, and it's women like you. You know how when you told us you didn't need us anymore, told us you could do anything that a man can do, told us the patriarchy needed to, and that you expected, make that demanded to be treated exactly the same as men. Funny how quickly that all disappeared when you wanted a place to sit down. Y'all spewed your hate and garbage for decades now, ladies, and now you're going to pay the price for doing so. Not just now, but for years to come.
This guy, he's standing over there. He has like long hair, like red beard. He's a little short, but he's really sexy at the same time. I'm going to go see if he is interested. Like he's staring at me and I'm staring at him. You look good. What you working on?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
The fuck it looks like I'm in the gym working out. Give me a favor, I'm over here with my wife. Don't bother me, please.
I'm sorry.
Yo, shout out to Caesar, man.
And I'm just looking at that. I guess his name is Tyreek, but the woman came and kissed him on the cheek. Bars. I know you probably think that that doesn't mean anything, and that's just harmless, innocent flirting. But this is kind of the stuff that men talk about. While y'all are mad at a man for going and liking a woman's pictures and she's basically naked, then you go out there and you do stuff like that. Anybody could see that as romantic interest. Oh, well, just playing around. And why would you even come? It'd be one thing if that man even said anything to you. But you walking up to him and doing that lets me know that's something that you've been thinking about doing for a little while. Y'all been sitting over there talking about it, and you finally decided to get up the courage and do it. You decided to finally get up the courage to act a fool on stream.
No woman in the history of the universe leaves the safety and security of a long-term marriage and breaks up her family if she were the problem.
It happens all the time. We've literally seen women coming on this app, making videos, admitting that she was going to leave her husband, even though they'd been together for so many years, because she just wasn't happy. The problem is that this type of messaging really messes up the dating world for that man after divorce, because other women unfortunately listen to it, and it gives them a really bad attitude when they're dating these men. They are just looking for what is wrong with them. And then these men that already have to prove themselves as good men because of the culture that we live in, they have to do like double duty, prove themselves to these women, and it's kind of rough.
She says you should feel safer with men around. IDK why women choose the bear. Goes for a bench press. Not gonna get it. Oh no, missed the lower set of hooks. Watch how long it takes for someone to help me get out of this failed bench press. Alright, sister, let's see it. She's doing pretty well. It's not touching her neck. She's strong enough to avoid that. Looks like the plates are not falling off. I guess she has the clips on the bar. If you want to fail a bench press, by the way, by yourself, don't put the clips on the bar. And she got out of it, though. Nice. So, not a massive deal. Was not in any major danger, it seemed like, which it could go bad. Guy walks by like nothing happened. It looks like by the time this guy walks by, you were out from underneath the bar and you had just set it back in the hooks. What did you want him to do? Come over and pat you on the shoulder and say, are you okay? Then you'd say he's being an abrasive man who thinks women can't take care of themselves? Now let's read her caption. I don't post fails often, but this one was wild. One of the many reasons why I hate bench pressing. If you don't have a friend with you, you get ugly real fast. Watching that guy walk past was crazy though. According to this woman's profile, she is the lesbian community's favorite weightlifter and insecure straight men's worst nightmare. I like how you capitalized insecure straight men. Then this guy comments, no, this video is actually perfect. Going for a 1-rep max with no spotter, fails the lift and gets stuck, and guess whose fault it is? That's right, men. Who aren't even in the video. Woman puts herself in a dangerous position and blames imaginary men who aren't even there for it. And then someone says, meanwhile, she's dressing like a tough alpha biker man. Yeah, that's a common lesbian aesthetic.
Women don't really want a man. They just want to say they're in a relationship. Women don't really want the good treatment, the work that comes, the self-regulation that has to happen from having a person that's completely different from you and that level of evolution. They just want to repeat, which is why most people date the same person with a different name over and over and over again, because they don't want to change. They want to complain. They don't want anything different. They don't want a Stefan or an Urkel. They just want to be like, I was chosen. And as long as that's the dynamic, what's going to change? Nothing.
No, I'm just saying, Sarah, it's just, you say go for the one that loves you, but what about the ones that they love you, but you just will never love them? I'm sorry. I can't.
Why would you? Why? See, and that's the thing too. It's like, are you leading the man on and that's why he loves you, but you would never give him a chance? I say that to say that really and truly, women, there's such a message right now about relationships that's so toxic and so wounded. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you believe women want relationships?
No, I think women want to say they have a man.
Or do they? I mean, I actively know a woman who didn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone asked a question. They said, why don't men approach women? I don't approach women because I'm married. But I've heard a lot of my friends say they don't approach women because they don't want to be embarrassed. Other ones, a lot of men said they don't approach women because they don't want to go to jail. I mean, it depends, because now it's like if a woman doesn't find you attractive, then you saying hello is seen as harassment. So I can understand them, not wanting, because, you might think you look good today, but if she think that you ugly, because that's all it takes, you'd be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, what the get away from me, I'm going to call the police. Now you locked up. Now you got a case because you found somebody cute and you wanted to, try to set up a date and said, no, hell no. And then the public embarrassment part, hell no, get away from me. You ugly as I heard you had herpes. All that type of stuff. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, and then you got the DMs and all that. They're like, man, I'd rather shoot a shot in the DM. And if she say no, or she don't respond, hell, I can just delete it. As opposed to, you know what I'm saying? But I think it really started with not wanting to go to jail. Yeah. Mess around and get your ass locked up. Because you think somebody cute. Yep.
Men are actually men are super simple, women are very complicated. Men, as long as we feel appreciated, we feel noticed, and we feel special, and we see our role and our purpose, we will go to the ends of the earth to feed our family. We'll figure it out. And I think we're underselling American men. We say, oh, I wait until I'm 27 or 28. That's fine, but look at the cost of that. And the cost is Right now, just as we're clear, we are on pace 10 years out from now. We're going to have 20 million 40-something women that never got married or have kids, but they have big apartments and they go on lots of vacations. And I also think that's one of the reasons we're seeing the suicide rate, the anxiety problems, the depression problems in our country. Do you have a thought?
Yeah, I just feel like how many people that are like, or how many males that are 20 are like ready to get married and like ready to
Great
have a
question.
family?
So the question is, which one leads which? Men, yes, but in the 1950s or 1960s, the time we're supposed to hate, young ladies looked at it was my task to find a husband before the age of 25. And it was like the most important thing for them. Now that came with a lot of costs. Some people would say that it was handcuffs and, being in prison.
First off, I didn't have a message for black women. My message is actually for the men. And it's to show the men what the women do that they already know. And it's easy to prove it. It's just like if you wanted to prove that white people who keep saying that they're not racist are racist by simply putting a mask over the resume and then showing up at the job and see if they treated you differently than when they read the resume and they thought you were white. That way you have actual proof on tape. So what I would have had was actual proof on tape that in a discussion where people were talking about this is why women aren't being approached. If these people gave a crap, they would listen, even when it's stuff they don't want to hear, which is why I gave the example of if you're a Jewish person, you better listen when the Nazis talk. But instead, I was told, so are you threatening us? So they don't ever want to listen. And I proved it to the men. That the people that sit here and say they actually do want to have a conversation with you won't, because you found every excuse to not listen. And there's no reason to do that. And if we really wanted to have a true conversation amongst people, we'd actually want to play in the space of people who disagree. I want someone to challenge what I've said, specifically what I've said. Ask me to prove it, and I will. I stand 100% on everything I say and can prove it. And that's why y'all go to the language and how it was said and whatever. But it's never, what did he say that was wrong, inaccurate, not factual? And that's what I showed.
Strong masculine men have sweet feminine women, and sweet feminine women have strong masculine men. I have spoken. A relationship where the man isn't masculine and the woman isn't feminine, that's unnatural. And there's obviously an imbalance. And all that needs to happen is both of them returning to their natural state, where the man is the man and the woman is the woman. When one tries to take the place of another, the balance gets thrown off. And the more fragile side suffers the most, which is usually the woman. But it's his fault I'm this way. But it's her fault I'm that way. Blaming and excuses don't make a difference. Both sides are wrong. Both have to take accountability. The only way to make things start functioning the way they're supposed to is when one person takes the initiative and breaks the cycle. So as the woman, if you're tired of feeling like you always have to be the strong one, and all you really want is your man to be more involved and more in sync with you, it's probably because you've been solely functioning from your masculine survival energy. I created a quiz to help you find out how heavily you're doing this and how to fix it. Comment quiz and I'll send it to you.
Boyfriend with a fancy dinner, Popeyes, rice, and this, and he got an attitude because I bring him to Popeyes. And this is a fancy dinner. Why do we gotta go to Hibachi?
Because I like chicken.
You take me there though. This is what I could afford. Like Popeyes. This is fancy. You got rice, you got, I don't understand.
You got $8,000 on you.
That's $8,000 so that I could flip and make more money. I told you I was gonna give you some too. This is just, Popeyes is good. You a hood nigga. You should know this.
I love Popeyes.
So, but this is fancy too.
But next time, get hibachi.
No, we gonna do this.
Okay.
All them excuses as to why she ain't want to fucking link up with you yet. And yo, still trying to chase the stupid. Meanwhile, you got other women that want to see you and add value to your life and want to be with you. But your nappy-headed ass keep on chasing this stupid like a idiot. Like, why? She ain't doing nothing for you, but just showing you that she just like the rest of these. Playing.
Charlie Kirk was talking to, kind of the panel of ladies about, you get to a point You know, a lot of times now where women are traveling, they have the big house, they're doing all of those things, which is fantastic. I think a lot of women like that stuff. They want the lifestyle. But I think they make the mistake of thinking, now that I have the lifestyle, it should be relatively easy to get the man. And it's not. Because a man doesn't really care about that. He doesn't really respond to that. So you go on literally 5-10 years, sometimes 15, looking for a man and then saying, I already got a house. I already got a car. I pay my own bills. I do all that stuff. I'm qualified. Why are men continuing to pick a woman that's younger than me? Or why are they continuing to pick a woman that has less than I do? Because that wasn't the stuff that men were looking for. All of those things are great, but that's not the stuff that men were looking for. And they told you that before you went on that road. But you said, I'm going to try my luck and I'm going to go out there and get it. And when I don't get it, this money, these cats, this wine, brunch with my girls is going to be my comfort. Well, now it's time to put your money where your mouth is. All that stuff that you named over man is going to have to be your comfort.